While you were searching Vosga Shrine, Gabrielle told me of your communication with Vaunus Galarian. Soul Reapers feeding the Writhing Wall? A new plane meld? The situation on Solstice is worse than I thought, but I might have an idea. Thanks to you, we now have something Wormblood wants, the gift of death. As long as we hold it, his plans remain unfulfilled. Returning Manamarco to life, expanding the Writhing Wall, whatever he needs it for. That gives us a degree of influence. Wormblood needs the gift, and we have it. We can use that to lead him to a spot of our choosing. This provides us one advantage. An advantage I believe we must seize with all due haste. Will you help me turn the gift of death against the Worm Cult? We have the relic Wormblood seeks. What do we do with it?
He has Manamarco's body. We cannot allow Wormblood to bring him back.
We have something else, too. Raz snatched this key from Wormblood during our struggle.
A key. Let me see that. Aha! Why am I not surprised Raz went through Wormblood's pockets? I recognize the crest on this key. I noticed it on a crypt by a ruined estate. Corelanya Manor, if I'm not mistaken. I passed by the place when I first arrived on Solstice. Not at the time. It's a rather impressive mausoleum of ancient High Elf architecture, centuries old. I imagine some of Regent Corinway's ancestors are laid to rest there. I think you'd better look into it. One can't take on necromancers without poking around in a tomb or two. Take the key and investigate Corelanya Crypt. Find out why Wormblood was interested in the place. In the meantime, I'll take a closer look at the gift of death. Corelanya Crypt lies south of Sunport. Take someone along to help you. Skordo should do. And be careful, friend. The ancient Corelanyas were necromancers too. The worm cult might not be the only danger in that tomb. Necromancers are always interested in the dead, friend. But Wormblood's orders to Farinor mentioned that he was looking for the Gift of Death's location. My guess is that he went to Corelanya Crypt in search of information. Possibly, but the place could still be dangerous. You might run into spirits disturbed by worm cult activity. Some necromancers take care not to anger the dead with their rituals, not the worm cult.
I'll meet you at the crypt, pal. We'll find whatever it is we're supposed to find there.
I will guard Gabrielle and the gift of death. If Wormblood tries to take it from us, he'll get nothing but my blade. Watch yourself in Corelanya Crypt, my friend. I wish you did not have to venture into such a place. My people hold a deep reverence for the dead. Necromancy that desecrates our ancestors is abhorrent. Yet even so, many Red Guards would rather be cut down by what a necromancer summons than raise a hand against the sacred dead. I reserve my hatred for the necromancers who force me to do the unthinkable. The dead enslaved in their own remains? I have only pity for them. And I console myself with the thought that I am not fighting my own ancestors. I will guard Gabrielle and the gift of death. If Wormblood tries to take it from us, he'll get nothing but my blade.
Corelanya Crypt lies south of Sunport. Take someone along to help you. Skordo should do. And be careful, friend. The ancient Corelanyas were necromancers too. The worm cult might not be the only danger in that tomb.
Good luck with the Corelanya Crypt, Five Claw. This one will keep his ear to the ground and see if he can learn anything more about the worm cult's next move.
None of my kin have been brought to the Crypt of Regents in decades. I am afraid I can tell you little about what you may find inside. The rulers of House Corelanya and their close relatives. My father, Estunirian, lies there, as do all the regents since Vinutilmo. Before him, the crypt was reserved for the kinlords of our house, with the exception of Istamil, the last kinlord. For one thing, there was nothing to bury. Istamil was incinerated in the dark fane where he had taken refuge. His reign was short and cruel. He was a tyrant, with ambitions of restoring House Corelanya to the power it wielded in ancient times. My ancestors once ruled a mighty realm in Hammerfell, sustained by necromancy and dark Daedric pacts. Kinlord Istamil believed those methods could restore us to glory. Fortunately, Vinutilmo ended his madness. That is not who we are anymore.
Oppressive aura, my tusk. Show her the oppressive aura.
Hey, pal. I haven't gone in yet, but it looks like someone's been here. I hate crypts. Why is it I always have to go into one for some tusking reason or another? Smashing skulls, screaming back at wraiths. Can't stand it. The dead ought to stay dead. Some faint boot prints on the steps of the mausoleum. Scuff marks, too. That door's been opened recently. Of course, I guess we knew that already since Wormblood had the key in his pocket. Your guess is as good as mine. But even if they aren't, they might have riled up the dead in this place. When you've been in as many crypts and tombs as I have, you get a feel for that sort of thing. Well, no point putting it off. Come on, let's get this over with.
This is gonna be fun.
build fancy tombs. Downstairs, pal. Think we found something. And it don't look good.
Be gone! I have nothing more to say to you, necromancer.
Someone in that tomb's been talking to Wormblood. Disable that barrier and we might learn something. Fooling around.
I am here, curse you! What else do you... Wait... You are not Wormblood. Who are you?
Bet this old spirit can tell us what Wormblood wanted with him.
Is this some new ruse? A trick to win my confidence after Wormblood drew my soul from the afterlife and compelled me to speak? I will tell you no more than I told your master. Unless... wait. You are no follower of the Black Worm. Yes, he bound me with this crystal and tormented me, questioning me about the location of a relic from ancient times. Glorious times. The gift of death. Stolen long ago, yet I found it. Alas, Wormblood wrested the secret from me. Wormblood does not have it? Good. The gift of death can recall to life any departed soul. With a willing sacrifice. A life for a life. Whom he would bring back, I do not know. But it is also the key to great power. There is a secret place in Eastern Solstice. Wormblood found it, and draws upon its power. That is why his necromancy is so strong. Yet with the gift of death, he could unlock its full might. I will say no more. I aided you. Now, aid me. You make a good point. Very well. It is called Mor Naril, an ancient temple Molag Bal's servants built to harvest souls departing the mortal plane. The forces of light defeated Mor Naril and silenced its heart, but the gift could wake it. Wormblood left a focus in this chamber, the ghost-willed crystal before you. It pins me in this plane, and allowed him to project himself here when he wished to question me. Take it with you when you go, and I will be free! The gift is ancient beyond reckoning. When my ancestors ruled in Hammerfell, their explorers found it hidden in Solstice's Daedric ruins. It became an heirloom of House Corelanya, a mighty relic that could bestow a life for a life. Someone willing. My ancestors found that threats or compulsion did not work. Yet there was a cost. The soul sacrificed with the gift was simply gone. Trapped in the relic, banished to some gray void, or destroyed entirely. No one could say. When my people turned on their kinlord, they hid the gift. They could not trust themselves to leave it buried, so they asked the Argonian death dancers to hide it. I only learned where after decades of searching. I died before I could retrieve it. My time was long ago. I was cousin to both the last kinlord of House Corelanya and the upstart who deposed him. Kinlord Istamil revived the ways of our ancestors in Hammerfell to maintain power, but Vin-Utilmo feared our own heritage. Our people had all but forgotten our gift for necromancy. Istamil reforged the ancient pacts with our Daedric patrons and revived the practice. Yet some of our own kin resisted the Kinlord's commands. All Solstice was divided. I served as advisor to the Kinlord, but Vin-Utilmo was victorious. After Istamil's fall, our people turned from the old ways. I was forced into hiding, and spent the rest of my days seeking a way to reverse our loss, such as the gift of death. Peace once again.
Gabrielle's going to want to see that crystal. She's probably holed up in the Regent's study with the gift of death.
There you are.
You're back! Good! Gabrielle was very excited about the relic we brought her, and she kept trying to explain it to Raz. Regrettably, much of what she said went over Raz's head, but it sounded important.
Gabrielle's been waiting for you. I told her about our trip to Corelanya Crypt, but she wants to hear what you think we learned about Wormblood's plans.
I examined the Gift of Death, and I must say I've never seen anything quite like it. It's Daedric in origin, that much is clear. Now, what exactly did you learn in the crypt? I suspected something like that. No Daedric gift comes without a price. Given the Worm Cult's efforts to bring Mannimarco's remains here to Solstice, I think we know whom they intend to bring back. What else did you learn? That explains much. Why the Worm Cult came to Solstice, where the Reapers send stolen souls, how they raised the Writhing Wall, sever that connection, and we can defeat Wormblood. The blessed bell we found at Meridia's temple could do it. By sending him to the Colored Rooms, Wormblood would be vulnerable in Meridia's realm. Prince Azaz suggested using the Gift of Death as bait. Now I know where we need Wormblood to be. The old temple courtyard. But how do we reach him? Perfect. I can reverse the connection to summon his projection. Place the crystal over there. We need a plausible bargain. Offer Wormblood the Gift of Death for Vana Scalarian. Insist on meeting in the temple courtyard for the exchange.
I hoped the gift might serve as bait. I just wasn't sure what kind of trap we needed. Go on, comrade.
Place your crystal there, and let's see if we can reach Wormblood.
You again? This is an unwelcome surprise.
Dug your way out? Pity. This one hoped you were still squashed under a building.
Charming. What can I do for the so-called Stirk Fellowship? I left that projection crystal in a Corelanya Crypt. A mistake, perhaps. No doubt Arveril told you about our conversations. And the Gift of Death. So why have you summoned me? I see little point in bargaining. You know my power. It is only a matter of time before I take the Gift of Death. But I'll play along. What do you expect me to offer in trade? Clearly, you are acquainted with Galarian. Still, your offer is interesting. Very well then. Bring the Gift of Death to the Writhing Wall. My servants will bring you across. I will be waiting for you with the Archmage. A crumbling ruin dedicated to an uncaring mistress. As you wish. We will meet at the old temple. But if you deal falsely with me, my forces will descend upon Sunport and slaughter everyone within its walls. It is well within my power. It is arranged. Do not keep me waiting.
We won't. Well done, friend. That was rather exhausting. Anyway, nicely done. I wasn't sure Wormblood would agree to meet on our terms, but you convinced him. You should head to Broken Light Courtyard. I'll finalize plans with Prince Azaz and meet you there. We'll gather all the forces we can, but we must make haste. We have to set our trap and conceal it before Wormblood arrives. He will certainly be on his guard, which means you must be ready for a fight.
Raz will meet you in the temple courtyard. Do not fear, he will not be late. He has unfinished business with Wormblood.
Do not delay, my friend. We have much to do at the courtyard of the Broken Light Temple before Wormblood arrives.
The worm cult is a blight of root rot in a verdant swamp. It must be burned out lest it spread.
All right, pal. Head on down to that temple Gabrielle was talking about. We want to make sure we get there before Wormblood does.